Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, I'm glad that finally G7 came out with their guarantees package for Ukraine, because at least they put it on the table or put it in front of all of us to see what our leader will make us do without asking us if we want. They determined the guys in charge that we voted for, determined for us, in our name, certain kind of guarantees, very dangerous guarantees, to another country. But I don't really care about it. I don't think if you care about it or not. I care about my country. But anyway, these weasels got us tangled with that country in that location, which is Ukraine. And this is not a good thing for many, many reasons. One, this is an escalation. This is not solving the problem of Ukraine. I will read to you here. I have an article coming from the New Voice of Ukraine, which says that G7 leaders officially announced security guarantees package for Ukraine. And I'm going to read them for you, and we can discuss them. There are very, I would say, dangerous security guarantees. Why? Because that will draw us legally in direct confrontation with Russia, nuclear power, by the way. Anyway, and these guarantees, the security guarantees, are not, how should I put it, I would say productive. They are all to arm and to get Ukraine stronger for some, if they are attacked. Now, I can make you attack me with no problem. You're going to snap eventually, and you're going to attack me unprovoked. Understand? So if, for instance, if I make a pass at your wife, or I make some comments, you're most definitely going to defend your wife's honor, right? Especially if she doesn't react. If she reacts, then you talk to her first, and then talk to me, all right? Because if I'm a thug and she reacts, you got the wrong one. So if she doesn't react, you discuss with me. And if I keep doing it, maybe you react in a certain way, unprovoked, attack me. And I will have all these thugs ready to help me because you attacked me. I didn't attack you. I was just making some jokes. All right, let's go here. G7 leaders officially announced security guarantees package for Ukraine. All right, see this? Just watch this guy. This guy, which is a Weasel from Canada, elected official, yes. This guy, what's going on here? I noticed that he, whenever pictures are taken, this is his position. With the fingers, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Just watch him. This guy over here, like he's a tough guy, but he's a little bit taller than Meloni with melons. This guy right here. Anyway, this is another guy. All right, Mr. Michel. Shit. This guy is with his hand in the pocket, checking his balls. You don't have any, don't worry. She's got him for you. What's her name? Bridget. Not Brigitte Bardot, but Brigitte. You're Bridget. This guy is like, okay. I think that's a Buddhist, but he's not a Buddhist. This guy's like a weasel. Look at this. These are in charge. He's like, where am I? Let me figure things out. This is the level, my friends. These are the people. These are our leaders. I know. Anyway, move on. The leaders of the G7 officially announced that they have reached an agreement on a declaration outlining security guarantees for Ukraine while at the July 12 NATO summit in Vilnius. So, the declaration expressing support for Ukraine has been made available on the website of the UK government. Okay, so let's see. The declaration itself serves as a general framework document, and the next step should involve bilateral security agreements between Ukrainian individual countries providing guarantees. So that means this is a general stuff, and then one by one, Ukraine will speak with all these weasels right there, and maybe they're gonna sign certain kind of, you give me this, I suck your this, okay? All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, according to him, Andriy Yermak, head of the President's office, Andriy Yermak, wrote on Telegram on July. According to him, these guarantees include assistance in self-defense and prevention of new aggression. Okay, this includes the supply of weapons, support in developing the defense industry, training and cooperation in intelligence and cybersecurity, as well as technical and financial support. Okay, so that means they're going to give you everything. Measures in case of new aggression. The G7 countries promise immediate consultation to swiftly provide Ukraine with all necessary support in the event of a new attack. All necessary support, what does it mean? This right here? Okay, move on. Holding Russia accountable. The G7 leaders pledged to increase sanctions pressure, freeze assets, establish mechanism for reparations, that means take Russians' assets, that's looting, and pursue trials for those responsible for crimes against Ukraine and Ukrainians. Hey, are you going to look into the Ukrainians if they committed anything? Oh, they didn't commit anything? Okay, my bad. Support for a democratic development. The G7 will continue to support Ukraine's democratic development, blah, blah, blah. The G7 declaration in support of Ukraine. Key points. The G7 declaration emphasizes its commitment for a free, independent, democratic, and sovereign Ukraine within its international recognized borders. Okay, weren't they free, independent, democratic, and sovereign before 2014? What did you do? What did you do? They underscored that Ukraine's security is essential for Euro-Atlantic security and vowed to support Ukraine in its defense against Russian aggression for as long as it's necessary. So that means they planned this? That means the war was planned to take over? Because the Euro-Atlantic security in 1991 did not have Poland, did not have the Baltic states, did not have Romania, Bulgaria, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Montenegro, blah, 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 blah. So what does that mean? That means you needed this, so it was planned? Okay, we all knew what happened. All right, so strengthening Ukraine's armed forces through the provision of modern military equipment. Oh, they're going to make a big profit, the weapons business. Enhancing operational capability with partners, that means training, obviously we're going to help them and incorporate them. Training and education of servicemen, intelligence sharing, and assistance in countering hybrid threats. So that means they will not be in NATO, but they will be in NATO, but under different thing. We will not have to intervene yet, but you're going to have everything ready. Strengthening Ukraine's economic stability, energy security, reconstruction efforts. Our companies will take a big profit on Russians' assets. Great. And guess, they will compete with one another. Our companies will, the Western companies, right now they are just doing this. They're going to come and reconstruct your country that the Russians destroyed because they attacked you unprovoked. All right, well, good. These guys are going to make a kill like they did in Iraq. Remember that? What was Dick Cheney's oil company? I can remember that came and helped reconstruct Iraq. That he used to be a board member or something. Dick Cheney's company, remember? I can't remember it. But anyway, I'm too lazy to look for it. But it was one. It was one of the important ones. All right, you know what? Let me find it for you. Ta-da! Halliburton. Just look for it. Dick Cheney Oil Company, Halliburton. They came and reconstructed part of Iraq that after we brought freedom and democracy, because we found the weapons and he was training Al-Qaeda to destroy us imminently. Threat and blah 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 danger. Remember that? Immediate and danger. Okay, now enough with the bullshit. Let's go back to these liars. Pants on fire. Providing technical and financial aid to ensure Ukraine's ongoing reforms. That means we're going to give you money that's earmarked, and you're going to do the new values of Brussels. You know, those values that right now we just find out also in the United States of America. Yeah, okay, that's what they say actually. Ongoing reforms. You need reforms in education, in other stuff. Anyway, G7 leaders commit to immediate consultations with Ukraine and swift assistance in the event of a potential future attack by Russia. No, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you why. the G7 leaders to support the need to establish an international mechanism for compensating damage caused by the Russian aggression. I'm pretty sure you already had that in mind years back. In turn, Ukraine has committed to enhance transparency and accountability regarding assistance from its partners. Okay, they will lie to you like they lied to a toddler. The country will continue anti-corruption efforts, of course, yes. Law enforcement and judicial reforms, yes. Corporate governance reform, economic reforms, Defense reforms will be advanced. Democratic civilian control over the armed forces will be strengthened, like United States of America. And transparency in defense institutions and in industry will be increased. Excellent. Now, Russian aggression, future Russian aggression. It ain't gonna happen because it's gonna be two things. One, Russia will get what it wants, or Russia will disintegrate. If Russia disintegrates, all these guarantees are gonna be just out because Russia is going to become the milking cow of the Western industry, which is we're gonna take all the resources at a very small price. Okay, so there's not gonna be need. All those guarantees gonna be out. Because they're going to say, okay, we just got this one. You just a little step, and then we just, boom, get Russia. So if indeed this case, all those guarantees will be gone. The second one is Russia will take whatever it says through its unprovoked invasion, what it wants, the four things. And if those four things Russia takes, then again, these guarantees will mean nothing. And how are they going to do that without asking the people? It's just the government would go and sign in the name of the people? And if the people, will they consider ones in Donbass, in Crimea as well? Or no? Again, these guys are voted in the office without a big chunk of Ukrainian people, Russian-speaking Ukrainians. Because Zelensky is the Ukrainian president as well, I can use the same. Russian-speaking Ukrainians, go and ask them. Hey, are you a Ukrainian, Russian-speaking Ukrainian? Like right now, I am a American-speaking Romanian, right? Is that what I am? I guess. Not even. I'm a English-speaking American. That's what I'm right now here. Or maybe, I don't know, a Romanian-speaking American. What am I? Why don't you go and get some DNA? You're going to find out. But hey, if you speak the language, you must be Ukrainian or something. Anyway, don't get too tangled in this BS. The problem is, as I said, they made these guarantees for the third scenario that is really not realistic, which is Russia will be kept here, and how are they going to implement this? Unless they think that these guys are going to push Russia back to the 1991 borders? Is that what they think? And then from there, they will implement that? Do you think that Russia will accept that? That means Russia lost. Unless we go under the first scenario. And under the first scenario, you don't need the guarantees anymore because Russia is right there. And you do whatever you want, however you want to turn, however, whenever, what time, what hole. There's not going to be any issues for free. And not married or anything like, you just do it. All right? My friends, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.